Pitlochry styles itself as the heart of Scotland, just at the gateway to the Highlands. The town was largely built by the Victorians. They came to take the waters at the hydro and the fresh air. After a visit by Queen Victoria in 1842, it became a favoured destination, and when the railway reached the town in 1863, its future was assured. The River Tummel thunders along behind the town. A hydroelectric power station uses all this free energy. The rain that falls freely ensures that the turbines keep spinning. The salmon ladders give way for the fish to reach their spawning grounds after such a long journey back to the river of their birth. White forest walks are to be enjoyed here, with a sculptor's hand in the walls. The Pass of Killiecrankie is a magnificent wooded gorge 3 miles north of Pitlochry. Although tranquil now, it was the site of the first Jacobite battle on the 27th of July 1689, led by Bonnie Dundee. They won the battle and the government forces had to flee, resulting in the famous Soldiers' Leap over the river, with the victors in hot pursuit. When the Highlanders found the government wagons, they lost no time in taking the spoils of war, allowing the government troops to escape. The Queen's View must be the most photographed landscape in Scotland. Victoria was the Queen who loved this area. The Logger 8 Inn has its place in history as the place where the Queen used a privy. Even royalty has to go apparently. Rob Roy also stayed here, but in the jail. General George Wade was sent to sort out the road system to curtail the unruly Scots. Many of the roads of today were built by Wade, but it is for the bridges that he is best remembered. He died in 1748, 3 years after Culloden. If the sun shines on Lochs Tummel and Rannoch, it is a little bit of heaven on earth. Their beauty is almost beyond belief. Kenmore village grew up around a strategically important ferry crossing where the River Tay leaves Loch Tay. The laird of the time, in 1572, sponsored the building of an inn so he could have a drink whilst waiting for the ferry. This charming village was laid out in 1760, and 14 years later the Ridge over the Tay was built. Much of this land has been shaped by water, and the many rapids pour down to the lochs below. Almost wherever you look, rivers race along, with high rainfall, mainly from the tails of hurricanes from across the Atlantic Ocean. Two fortified manor houses are of note in Highland Perthshire. The first is Castle Menzies, built in the 16th century, the seat of the chiefs of Clan Menzies, still owned by the clan, who were heavily involved in the turbulent history of the Highlands. Bonnie Prince Charlie rested for 2 nights before his nemesis at Culloden. The second is Blair Athol at the gateway to the Cairngorms, the seat of the Earls and Dukes of Athol, also involved with historical subterfuge. The medieval Dunkeld Cathedral is on the banks of the River Tay. It is the smallest cathedral in Scotland, with the main part badly fire damaged. The 13th century choir of the cathedral now serves as the parish church. The tower was added in 1469. Dunkeld was a market town. The yardstick is still here to check the vendors are giving full measure. Unusually, the houses are all painted white, and all the roads lead from the cathedral. Moulin is a small settlement in the hills above Pitlochry and has a 300 years old inn. Next door to the inn is a craft brewery, possibly the smallest in Scotland, brewing 4 real ales, including Braveheart beer. A mile further on is the Edredor Distillery, producing a single malt whisky that was out of this world. They distill in a year what Bell's distill in a week. In the warehouse is a fortune in whisky aging in oak casks. In times of old, portable distilleries were set up, hoping to keep one step ahead of the revenue men. The Loch of Lowes is a short way from Dunkeld, and the nature centre is a joy to behold. Ospreys nest here every year, although sadly they are left for Africa on their migration route. Red squirrels also abound here and steal the plentiful food that is left out for the many species of birds. The majority of visitors miss this forgotten area as they make for the Highlands. There is just so much to see and do here, so follow in the footsteps of Queen Victoria to appreciate the gentle beauty.